Better than that too, but they should have beat the Lakers here as Rudy Gobert gets right to the rim. Brilliant pass by DiVincenzo. Very big fella. I'm going to come to you again.
Here's Collier off the Filipowski screen. He'll pop, fading away from 14 and rattles that in. We're tied at 2. This Jazz team comes in having lost 3 in a row and 11 of their last 13. McDaniels to the baseline. Dosunmu swings it up top. There's Julius Randle, back-to-back 30-point games, and off to a good start tonight.
Doesn't he? Because he kind of splits his feet a little bit, and normally you're going to have one foot in front of the other. Sensabaugh game. Rudy was so good defensively for Minnesota. It just, a lot of it goes by the average fans as Minnesota again pressures a turnover here.
There's McDaniels to the rim, and he throws it down. He pulls down the Sensabaugh miss. 6-0 Minnesota run. Dante with some pace. Now Ayo on the run. To the cup, the lay-in good. Now Williams against Gobert. Short. Dosunmu, the grab-and-go rebound. Up the center of the floor, 3-on-2. Randle to the cup, the lay-in good, and a foul.
19 rebounds. Matched a season high for Gobert last ball game.
You mentioned how good he was defensively. He held opponents to 35% shooting when he was defending.
In his future, that's for sure. He's such a...
I think he's got some options.
Yes, he does.
Down the lane, the lay-in good for Sensabaugh. That one's offline. Rebound batted out. Sensabaugh against Bones Highland. Runs it up over McDaniels and hits again. But they've lost 5 times to the bottom 5 teams in the Western Conference. One of them to the Utah Jazz. Harkless gets that lay-in. Jazz are up by 3 with just over 3 to go in the opening frame.
Utah has 12 rebounds in the game. Half of them are offensive, which has led to those 11 second-chance points.
Bones coming off the 22-point performance last night. Gets the lay. He's had 40 bench points. Shot it extremely well, too. Turnover, Julius Randle. Here comes the boom!
He's the one guy that has really been sort of derailed by the foot injury.
Kyle Anderson out to Bones Highland. And recently, a couple of people slipping. Conchar, layup is good. Got it off over TJ Shannon. 7-point Wolves lead, 35 seconds left to go in the first. Oh, Kyle Anderson, what a feed to Dosunmu for the lay-in. Shot clock is off, so the Wolves can hold for the final shot. Highland gets away from Love, the 3-ball. Oh, I can feel it in my bones!
It'd be a good thing because it makes people snap out of it. Not feel sorry for yourself, not get your jobber down. You've got to perform here without Ann.
Driving layup is good. He was scoreless last night against the Suns. Anderson inside, double clutches, missed the shot. Rudy an offensive rebound and a putback with the right hand.
It's like he's playing against little kids out there.
After he picked up that flagrant foul too against Phoenix back in December. He's had double-figure rebounds in 32 of his last 42 games. Impressive. Dante, first 3, got it.
Dying of thirst because wins didn't come very often. But there's so many young players that only know success. I mean, young fans, I should say.
Rudy with an offensive rebound, his 5th, and another putback.
There was a story against the Oklahoma City Thunder too, but they cleaned that up last night. They defensively got into it. Dante with a steal up ahead to Highland, who tracks it down and lays it up and in. You want to talk about speed.
Filipowski looking to pack it, got denied. Jazz maintain control. Sensabaugh over Gobert. Wow.
Really trying to exit the paint, but he was in there for a while, yes. But there were extenuating circumstances, as they say. Wow. How much could you call offensive 3 seconds?
I feel like that's 90% of what a bench yells all the time at one end of the floor. Dante with his second 3 of the night. That's the job of the bench and the assistant coaches, constantly bombarding the officials.
Either 3 seconds or defensive 3 seconds.
Yep,
too.
Either one. Filipowski denied by Gobert. Another rejection.
That wins the championship. Jalen Williams is his brother from OKC.
His older brother, yep. And they turn it over here. Dosunmu on a run to the rim. His shot blocked. Jaden McDaniels has it, however. Sets himself up for 3. He eyes it and buys it. I would agree.
I feel like there's not been a lot of drama in either of these two games for Minnesota.
I see some good news.
Yes,
on that front.
yes.
Excellent.
The deal is imminent.
I like the sound of that.
And Filipowski just cans the three from that left slot. You did a lot of those broadcasts, Alan Horton, as the radio voice of the Lynx for many years. You were at Lynx Radio before you were at Wolves Radio. Irving games George Gervin and Ernst Gilmore,
Squires and
Dan Issel, like no one saw those games.
Yep. Jaden buries the corner three. 3 of 7 from distance from Jaden. Wolves are up by 12. Not only were those games not televised regularly, but even in the arena, there weren't people covering the game.
Yeah.
No writers.
Yeah. He's been biding his time. You kind of were wondering when he was going to put it all together. And this whole thing has kind of come together now, hasn't it?
Yeah, with the trade of Jaren Jackson Jr., 14 turnovers on the Jazz. And Ayo turns those into now 26 points off of turnovers.
You're seeing why ball movement and unselfish basketball is contagious, and how it builds confidence for players when they know the ball is going to rotate. Another great take by Isaiah Collier.
Highland has 12 points. Randall's got 19. Julius from the left hand to the right sets up Highland. He can take a dribble and bury the three. Wolves have the rebound, up 19.
He's cooled off a little bit here, hasn't he?
Yeah, lob. Oh, what a setup by McDaniels, and Gobert's at it again. 19 points for Rudy to go along with 12 rebounds. Let's not forget the 3 blocks he's got as well. Dante on the move, lobs it to Rudy, who makes the catch, lobs it out to McDaniels, who athletically brings it down. Now DiVincenzo from the corner. Net rating wise. And their defense also bottom.
Little 6-game road trip for the Lakers.
Boy, and they dominated the Rockets a couple of nights ago down the stretch, just out executing them in clutch time. Here's Kyle Anderson going to work. Scores it over Kevin Love. TJ Shannon got a stint in the first half, getting one here in the second half. Pretty good defense, just better shot making. Anderson to Dosunmu. Floater. Touched every part of the... Man, does it work. 6th highest three-point percentage in the NBA. 44% coming into tonight. Conchar, the offensive rebound. Harkless down the lane. Missed the lay-in. Offensive rebound, Garcia. Floating that one up and in is Oscar Shibwe. Highland to Dosunmu. Ayo got airborne. Out to Anderson at the buzzer. Count it! Yohan got that opportunity against the Philadelphia 76ers here. That was more than a few weeks ago.
Look up Steve Kerr's bit about the diff.
Sensible. Wow, that's a difficult shot. Conley to the corner and pulling. Here's Joe again. Joe, another mid-range. Count it! Sensible will get the and one here. He's got 34 points. Pulling to Clark. 3 balls on line. Nylon for Jalen Clark. Couple of threes. Well, these are important minutes for guys like Jalen Clark, TJ Shannon, and even Baron J. Because as we've seen over the last couple of weeks since the arrival, tied for a season high. They've now done that 3 times.
33 now.
Oh, they got 3 more on there. All right. Season high. Sensible. Angles to pull it. Joe's going to fire on the 3. Oh, he caps it off.
Basketball, great energy in the building.
The horn sounds here at